Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. As you can tell from the title of this video, we are doing another dupe review today. You guys know I love my dupe reviews. I love saving some money. If you can get the same quality or even better for less money, why not? There are so many things to spend the money on, a part of beauty and makeup, so let's just try to save some money if we can. In today's video, I have some products from Revolution that are not makeup. As you guys know, Revolution has been duping loads of eyeshadow palettes and different very iconic makeup products in the past. They have started doing their own things now, so they have loads of different eyeshadow palettes that are not dupes anymore, and they also started venturing out into beauty, so hair care, skin care, and started coming out with their own little serums that are eerily similar to the ordinary ones. To be honest with you, I don't quite get that because the ordinary ones are already quite cheap, so I don't think we need a Revolution version of those, but if you enjoy using them, it's up to you, no judgment here. However, they also came out with dupes of my beloved Olaplex products. As you guys know, there are three things I use from Olaplex. One of them is number 3, which is basically a pre-shampoo treatment. It's kind of like a hair mask that you would use before shampooing your hair. Then you have number 6, which is an after shampooing and conditioning thing. It's kind of like a leave-in conditioner. I also really enjoy using that one. And I also have number 7, which is basically a hair oil. I have never tried number 0, 1 and 2 because as far as I know, 1 and 2 are salon products for people bleaching their hair, and as you can see, I have brown hair, I don't bleach it. And number 0 is basically a quite new product. I haven't had the opportunity to test it out yet. And I also don't use 4 and 5 because those are the shampoo and conditioner, and quite frankly, they're just too expensive for me. I don't plan on spending that much money on shampoo and conditioner. As you can see, these are all quite small products and they cost £26 each, so it is quite pricey, and shampoo and conditioner are things that I use quite a lot, so I prefer my gigantic bedhead bottles, and those last me for about 3 months. I'm very happy with that. Now, the dupes we have here today are a dupe for number 3 and a dupe for number 6. I don't have a dupe for the hair oil because Revolution doesn't have one. They do have a number 7, but it's not a hair oil, it's a hair mist, so it's completely different. For some reason they didn't dupe the hair oil, but we do have these two, and I put them both in the test already, so I have a quite good idea of how they compare to the Olaplex ones. And I also did some very scientific research. I put together all the ingredients and compared them to each other, so I have some very interesting findings there as well, which I will share with you in a second. So first, let's talk about Olaplex number 3 and its dupe from Revolution, which is called Revolution Plex. They are very similar and it's a quite obvious dupe. They're both 100 milliliter, and whilst the Olaplex one is £26, the Revolution one is £10. So you do save some money there, but I still find it quite expensive for a drugstore product. There are obviously hair care products cheaper than this in the drugstore. I feel like especially for Revolution it is quite pricey, but obviously compared to the Olaplex one you do save quite significant amount of money. The Olaplex one was made in the USA. They make all of their products in the USA, and the Revolution one was made in the UK, which is the first time I see Revolution making anything in the UK. They both have 12 months shelf life, and they both have pretty much the same instructions to use. You need to dampen your hair, apply the product, leave it on for 10 minutes, then move on to rinsing it off, shampoo and condition your hair. And basically the purpose of the product is to protect the hair from the shampoo removing all the nutrients, because when you have a hair that's already damaged, you are trying to protect it at every possible way. Now let's talk about number 6 for a second. Obviously the manufacturing country is the same, shelf life is the same, price is the same. So this one is 26, this one is 10, 12 months, made in the USA, made in the UK. The purpose of the product is slightly different. Like I said, once you're done with shampooing and conditioning your hair, you apply this. It's kind of like a leave-in conditioner. You just comb it through the hair, and it's basically going to get rid of the frizziness, helps to restore the hair and all that. So now let's move on to the comparison. So I just put some Olaplex and some Revolution Plex next to each other on the back of my hand. As you can see, the Revolution one is quite runny compared to the Olaplex one. The Olaplex one is a lot thicker, a lot richer. And when I try to almost like massage them into the skin a little bit, you can see that the Olaplex one is more of a creamy but gel-like formula, whilst the Revolution one is more like a runny cream. They both have fragrance in them, and I must say that the Revolution one smells very similar to the Olaplex one. However, the Olaplex one is just a little bit more subtle. I feel like the Revolution one is a bit too much out there. It smells a bit too chemically and too strong. I prefer the scent of the Olaplex one for sure. Another thing I wanted to mention is that because the Olaplex one is thicker and it has this gel-like formula, it almost creates a protective layer around the hair when you apply it, and it slides around quite easily, but it's there. Whilst the Revolution one, because it's more runny, I feel like I use a lot more product when I'm using it, but I just don't feel that protection that I get from the Olaplex one. So texture-wise and scent-wise, I both prefer the Olaplex one. And now I put some of number 6 on the back of my hand. Again, this is the Olaplex one, and this is the Revolution one. Once again, you can see that the Revolution one is just runnier. It already started sliding down on my hand. And the Revolution one is a really rich, thick cream product. The texture is just completely different. As you can see, the Olaplex one is quite bouncy, but it's really thick. It keeps its shape, whilst the Revolution one is a very, very runny formula. The scent is again similar, but I prefer the Olaplex one. Once again, it's just more subtle, less chemically, more just like a nice floral scent. The Revolution one definitely has more chemical in it. It's just too artificial to my liking. I've been using the Revolution ones in the last couple of weeks just to get a feel of how they work. And yesterday I used the Olaplex one on this side of the hair and the Revolution one on this side of the hair, and well, I have to say that the Olaplex side just feels nicer. It feels softer. I don't know. I'm just not really liking them. I feel like you can get much better products for this money. For example, if you're looking for a leave-in hair cream that will get rid of the frizziness and that will nourish the hair a little bit, I have my Bedhead one, which is also 100 milliliter, the same as the Revolution and the Olaplex one, and it costs about £8. I absolutely love this stuff. It's cheaper than the Revolution one, and I feel like it has much better ingredients and results. So moving on to the scientific investigation I did, I'm gonna show you a screenshot first of the Olaplex and Revolution Plex number 3 ingredients. As you can see, I highlighted in this neon yellow color all the ingredients that are present in both products. And to be honest with you, there are quite a lot of those. And now I will show you the ingredients that are both present in the number 6 Olaplex and number 6 Revolution Plex products. Again, there are quite a lot. Now, the ingredients that are not present in the Olaplex products but are in both Revolution Plex products are going to be on this screenshot. As you can see, Revolution tends to use the same ingredients in every product, and I have a feeling that these are quite cheap ingredients because Olaplex doesn't want to use them in their product. However, on the next screenshot now, you will see all the different vitamins that Olaplex put in their products that are absolutely not present in the Revolution one. And I think in this case, unfortunately, even just because of those vitamins, it's worth spending your money on the Olaplex version instead of picking up the Revolution one, because you get ascorbic acid, potassium, coconut oil, vitamin E, grapeseed oil, jojoba seed oil, aloe leaf juice, and quite a few other vitamins that, quite honestly, I could not pronounce without butchering them. So yes, the verdict of today's video is that I don't think you should go with the Revolution ones. The Olaplex ones are more expensive, but if you do want to use something like these, if you do want to restore the damaged hair, unfortunately, I don't feel like the Revolution one is going to give you what you need. It gives you the illusion of doing something for your hair, but they're just too runny. I didn't enjoy using them. I feel like I used a lot every single time I used them, and it didn't make any difference at the end. I do think that the Olaplex ones are overpriced. You pay a lot of money if you want to restore your hair using these, but at least I can see the difference when I do use them. Like I said, if you do wanna save some money, you're much better off with something like the Bedhead After Party Hair Cream instead of the Revolution one. I love Revolution, but this time I just didn't find the product good enough to replace my Olaplex ones. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I would love to have you here. And until next time, take care of yourself. I will see you very soon.